It's 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, and yes, I'm on the highway again, but I thought it was a great time to have a little conversation with you. Please like, subscribe, comment below, and share. I'm getting better at that. Okay, what are we going to talk about this morning? I want to talk about a video I saw on YouTube, and the blogger was talking about 10 brutal truths about life after 60. And the name of the channel is, what does this thing say here? Woman Blazing Trail. That's the name of the channel. I don't know the name of the blogger, but this is a reaction to her video about life after 60 and the brutal truth. Here's the brutal truth. As she put it, I'll give you that. I'll also be telling you what I think about what she said. And I want to add a couple of my own. So just hang in there with me and let's see what we do, how we do. And please let me have your thoughts. Oh, my voice. I have a cold. And the cold seems to be gone, but the voice doesn't want to clear up. So I guess I'll be stuck with this for another day or two. It started off fine this morning, but the more I talk, the worse it gets. So I guess it's time for me to be quiet, except for this live broadcast. And I'm looking here. Looks like they want us to slow down to 60. That man next to me is going 65. Shame on you. I hope you did a ticket. Anyway, I'm doing 56, so I'm good. Uh, so, the 10 brutal truths. Overall, I would say I understand most of what she said. I agree with, I understand all of what she said, and I agree with most of what she said. What I don't like is her demeanor. I did not enjoy her. She's talking like it's end of life. You know, to me, life has just begun. That's why I named the channel Midlife Crisis, because I've learned so much, and I'm enjoying life differently now because I'm free. I always say that to a friend of mine, and he said, "You always told me from the day I met you, you're free. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do." And maybe that's the difference between her and me. I really feel free. I'm not saying life is free of cost or expense or trouble or concerns or stress, but I'm free. I'm free to decide. And I think it's important that we see life through that lens, no matter the age. Doesn't matter the age. But when you go into something with the end of life, gloom and doom, it's just so dark. I really had a problem with her overall demeanor. Anyway, she starts off saying that she doesn't care what people think. And I guess I should say we, meaning those of us who are 60 and beyond, don't care what people think. And I have to say that that's partially true. We really are like that. You know, we care about issues, we care about outcomes, but we really don't care what people think of what we wear, our hair, our nails, all of the things that peer pressure brings to younger people. Oh, look, her nails are better than mine. Watch a woman. If her nails are not done like mine, and she sees a woman with such a nice manicure, she will look at the lady's nails and then look at her own in comparison. It's a knee-jerk reaction. It's subconscious, but I watch women do this. I find it interesting, but I never feel compelled to compare myself to anyone. And I think that's one of the things that this age era, my twilight years, if that's what we're calling it, has brought to me. And I think it's a blessing because I enjoy myself more because I'm not in a race against anyone but myself and time, and to make good use of my time. Which brings the second point that she said that at 60, a brutal truth is regret. Regret for not doing some of the things that you wanted to do. Regret for not apologizing to people that you should have apologized to. For not righting the wrongs you've done in life. For not traveling. Not spending more time with your loved ones. Name it. There are a lot of regrets if you have not lived your life. One of the regrets I have is that I never had kids. I always wanted children, but it just wasn't for me. It didn't happen for me. And before I knew it, it was a foregone conclusion on the surgeon's table. So you move on. It's the cards you're dealt. Live your life, enjoy your time, and try to eliminate regret. You have a chance. You can make that phone call. You can fix and repair relationships. You can travel. Give up something. For example, I'm not real big on cable bills and that kind of thing. I put my tax dollars into the library system, the public library system, all my life. Why shouldn't I go to the library? Those are my books. Those are my videos. I'm just saying. Look at life differently. You don't need cable. YouTube. So you got me. What's cable for? Um, the other thing with regret. One thing I did notice about our age group, we're so self-righteous that some of us, and the person I'm talking about knows that I'm talking about them, you don't even apologize. You don't express regret. You just keep on pushing on through, like it didn't happen. And you can't do that. You should not do that. And treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't say that trust comes hard at this age and then you turn around and do untrustworthy things. Right? The third brutal truth that this woman talked about is loneliness is a real thing. Now that I'll give her. But here again, it's all through the lens, right? Loneliness is a choice. If you don't want to make new friends, if you don't want to mix socially, if you don't want to spend time with people or give, volunteer, do something with yourself. But don't act like, all is lost and I'm so lonely. Loneliness is a choice, 1,000% a choice. What comes to mind is when my mom was in assisted living, and she said that she was hilarious. I'm so sorry you'll never meet her, but she and I talk about my mom a lot because so much of my life was lived through her vicariously. I'm the introvert. She was the extrovert. She used to say that the people in that place act like they're in an old folks' home. This is assisted living, not barely living. And she did not want to hang out with them because all they seemed to be doing was waiting around for death, and it didn't interest her at all. She was busy. She had things to do. She had an agenda every day. She had meetings to go to. She's playing pinochle with the girls and all the things. So again, loneliness is a choice. It really is. If you've lost a loved one, find someone with whom you can bond. Or be like me, the introvert who's in a room full of people and still alone. It's okay. I'm not lonely, but I'm alone. Even in a crowded room. It's just who I am. Just who I am. Uh, One of the related comments that this blogger made is that it's harder to make new friends. I agree. It is harder to make new friends because it's sort of like Oprah, except without the money. How do you trust a brand new friendship? Based on what? But I made a new friend just as I was leaving Houston, and she is wonderful. I am so sorry that we can't be together more and hang out and, really socialize and enjoy shooting pool together and going on. I want to go on a trail ride. Now, that, I'm going back to Houston for that. I really don't know what I did that whole year in Houston. Just live to work and work to live, the ultimate cardinal sin. Ugh. But anyway, I'm over it. So it'll get better. And when I go back, at least now I know what I want to do. But that trail ride is number one on my list. And I want to hear Zydeco music till I'm singing it in my sleep. All right. The other brutal truth is that it's hard to, but we must. Well, maybe she wasn't a brutal truth, but she's saying that it's important to make the most of each day. And I believe that is true whether you are 5 or 50, 6 or 60, 2 or 20. Make the most of every day. Every day. Don't just wait. I've always said that when it's my time to go, Death is going to have to call a few of my friends and find out where I am because I will not be at the address as listed. It will have to come and find me. Seriously. And from my funeral or my memorial service, because I hope I'm cremated. I did the paperwork, it's not signed, whatever. But it's the cheapest, so I know somebody will cremate me. Uh, the day of my memorial service, I hope someone has set an appointment because I don't plan to be available. Really. Brutal truth. Another brutal truth. And I'm not sure what the count is. I'm just have it on a little piece of paper that I can glance at while I'm driving. That health becomes so much more important. And she's right about that. Health maintenance. And what is health maintenance? You gotta go get your health maintenance checkup. Don't just wait till something's wrong or my tooth hurts and now I'm having a heart attack behind the thing. It's not necessary. Just go get your doggone teeth cleaned and stop it. And put your fanny on the table, men included, and let them look in there and see if they see anybody walking around planting tumors or whatever they do in there. Get yourself checked and nip it in the bud. Do not wait until you have 2 or 3 issues. Whatever it is, get to it immediately. Do not wait because one malfunctioning organ develops the second malfunctioning organ. I made that mistake. I will never do it to myself again. Always putting the job first. Well, I want to wait till things slow down on the job. Really? That job will be there. If you die on that table, trust and believe, it'll be 10 business days and somebody else will be doing your job. It's like you put your hand in a pail of water and move it around. You see all of that commotion it makes? Take your hand out and leave the water. It'll go right back to what it was before you did all that. This woman also talked about the importance of people just worry that I don't know, they think I drove to where? Alaska? Good Lord. I'm coming. Give me a minute. Minimalism is the other suggestion that she makes. And that, it's time to get rid of things. I mean, you'll be dead soon anyway, and you don't want to leave it to your family to have to sort through all that mess. The hell I do. You better come and sort this mess out. I had to do it for my mother. You'll do it for me. And I'm not going to live less because I'm anticipating death at any time. And I don't want you to have to do anything more than call the Goodwill people or the 1-800 junk people. No, we're not doing that. What we're going to do is you're going to watch me enjoy my life. And when I get ready, to go, then you can have your way with it. I don't plan on having a whole lot anyway. Excuse me. It is what it is. All right. She also said that aches and pains are real. Well, that's true of children, let alone over 60. When has ache and pain? When has ache and pain ever been anything but real? Really real. I don't understand this woman. A brutal truth is, which is unfortunate, and I'm a witness to it. You lose a lot of friends the older you get. It's heartbreaking, and you wonder if you're not next, and what people will say about you when you're gone. I hope all my friends have a good laugh, even at my expense. They say don't speak ill of the dead. I hope you speak truly of me, and there's gonna be some ill-ish in that review. I'm sorry. I haven't been excellent. I've been very good, but I've not been excellent. uh, the other brutal truth is that we are brutally honest. Now that I don't know that that's a bad thing. I think it's about 60 is a little late for us to finally get around to telling it like it really is. Can you imagine if you had been more honest with yourself and the people around you when you were in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s? Would have been a lot different experience, probably a better experience, because I think we spend quite a lot of our time trying to go along to get along. Is that the right way, or is it get along to go along? Something like that. But we just keep trying to fit our square pegs into round holes, and it never really works out. And I think what happens is by 60, you're tired of that, and the shoe isn't fitting, so you don't wear it. Of course, with me, I love shoes. So I have a couple of pair of shoes that I can't even walk across the bedroom after I put them on, and I don't care. I love them. So those are my posing for animal crackers shoes. I'll wear them, and then I take a little pair of flat shoes in case I have to do something, like get up and walk across to the buffet. Uh-oh. The speed limit is 60, and I'm doing 75, doing Texas style. Right. Let me get out of this lane, because this man is harassing me. That's why I was going 75. It's his fault. And finally, the other brutal truth she lists is that we think about death more. We do. If you're over 60, you think about death. How you think about it is the question. Do you think that death is something to fear, something to worry about, something to plan for, something to discuss openly? Is it your theme? No need for all of that. Just come and like it or don't. In truth, right? So you may as well, go along to get along. Ah, yeah. At some point, you will come to it, and I hope you don't come to it the way I came to it. But post surgical depression is a real thing, and what's interesting about it is you have the bad days, what they call it at home, and when you're having your bad day, you really don't fear death the way you might have feared it before in life. You relax. You're not thinking about your personal belongings. You're not thinking about your car notes. You're not thinking about groceries, any running around you needed to do. You just don't think about anything. You are done. and you're tired of fighting, and you almost give in to the thing, and then the next day suddenly it's gone. I think it's maybe you withdrawing from the anesthesia in a way. Oh, that is a really creative sign. I'm crossing over the Suwannee River, and they put some musical bars on the sign. The green highway sign, it says Suwannee River, and I guess that's from the song Something on the Suwannee River, far, far away. Don't quote me. I don't know the. I'm not sure I know the song. Oh man. Anyway, it was a cute sign. Uh, Another brutal truth. Now is when I'm going to add to her list. One brutal truth for me after now that I'm 60 is I don't have tolerance for liars. Very low tolerance. As the saying goes, you can lock up from a thief, but you can't do anything with a liar. That's the truth. I don't want to be told untruths. I don't want to be lied to. I don't want to be tricked. I don't want to be led around by the nose. I don't want to be manipulated. In a nutshell, I don't want to be manipulated. And my tolerance for it is so low that I will ghost a person. I almost said the bad word. I will ghost your ass if I feel in any way that you're taking me down a path I don't plan to go again. So if that means that I'm impatient, which is my other brutal truth, the impatience that comes along with this age. No patience. None. Where's my stuff? I want it right now. Let's have it. Where's my stuff? I'm not impatient with friends, as in when they when they start being their natural selves, because they're tolerating me, so I have to tolerate them too. I'm not talking about that kind of impatience. I'm talking about people wasting my time. If you tell me 10 o'clock, time is time. Don't be coming at 10:30 with a phone call talking about I'm late. Yeah, I knew that at 9:45. What you talking about? I don't understand that. Respect my time, because the time that you have now given yourself, you could have allowed me to have as well. And you being late throws everything off. That's why I take early flights, because by noon they're running late. You never get there on time. I took my mom to an appointment for radiation therapy. We were all of 10 minutes late, and I come casually strolling in from the parking lot because I let her out at the door. And the nurse said, let me have a word with you. And I went over, yes. She said, let me explain something to you. Your mother's appointment was 10 minutes ago. I said, yeah, we were running late. She said, no. She said, I understand that. But you see all these people in the waiting room. They now have to wait for your mother to be finished. And the one thing cancer patients don't have is time. Please don't do this again. That has stayed with me all these years, and that was 2012. And here we are 12 years later, and I'm telling you that story like it happened yesterday because it really stuck with me. It's disrespectful, and it's arrogant at the end of the day that you didn't call, you didn't reschedule, you just come strolling in here as if we all supposed to be at the door, clapping our hands and happy to see you. Excuse me. So I would want for anyone going into their 60s, approaching their 60s, 60, or over 60, please, please, please better outlook in life than that woman. I think you're doing yourself and your life legacy a disservice when you don't live life to the fullest. Frankly, I've decided that I'm going back to a motorcycle class. After that trip to Galveston, which was lovely, I decided, Margaret, you took the doggone class for motorcycle safety. You never bought a motorcycle, and now you're enjoying someone else's motorcycle. Why don't you get your own? Stay tuned. I'll let you know how that goes. The first thing I'm going to do is what I didn't do when I took the class the first time, which is buy the bike first, and then take the class and keep rolling after the class. My problem is I took the class, I didn't buy the bike, and I lost the confidence and the momentum of the journey and the experience. So now I know better. But I'm not going to buy a new bike. I want to buy a used bike so that if I drop that bad boy, I ain't scratching up nothing new. Let's hope I don't scratch me up because I don't plan on buying one of these crotch rockets. I'm not into speed. I'm into cruising. That's something that people over 60 understand. We ain't trying to get out here proving nothing. I'm not a speed demon. I don't intend to become one. Even in the car, I'm not a speed demon. I haven't had I have the cleanest driving record you'll ever find. So I'm highly unlikely to be, out here carrying on in these streets riding a bike. But I'm starting to feel like I want one. And I went to the Harley store to get this Scully because it was cold, number one. And number two, I couldn't find my other Scully. And so I said, well, what the heck? You had a good experience. Why not go to the Harley store? So now it looks like I'm wearing a costume. Anyway, I went to the store and got to get this Scully. And while I'm in there, I overhear a conversation between a woman who's about my height and the salesman. And he said, "Well, we have bikes that are lower to the ground for you." And I'm thinking, "Oh my God, why is he saying this?" So I can hear him because one of the problems I had at the time when I took the motorcycle class was the expense of having them lower the bike to the ground. Because if I can't touch the pavement, then we got a problem. Unless that bike can just go sit up on its own, or I get a three wheeler, which I like spiders. Those are nice. Those are cute. I just don't know if you can really go. You want to do a road trip on a three wheel, but I don't see why you can't. Long story short, it got me thinking again, and now I'm starting to catch that fever. So I'm an active baby boomer. I don't know about the rest of these boomers that you know, or if you're a boomer, I don't know how you get down, but I highly suggest you go ahead and live this thing called life because we again. I don't know. I should just shut off the notifications, but I see that I'm still on here with you, so that's fine. It's been 30 minutes of me yammering. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Comment below and share. Have a good day. I'm out of here. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.